Hi, this is Mike, and this is the third developer diary for a Lode Runner story, a game that combines elements of the classic Lode Runner games with several RPG elements. In previous videos, we looked at the core gameplay of the game, how everything works. We looked at the inventory system, the quest and dialogue systems, and how the actions you take in the game begin to shape the evolution of your storyline. And we looked at some elements of the puzzle room. In this video, we're gonna look at some more of the puzzle room stuff. We're gonna introduce the skill system of the game, and we're going to continue to focus on the quest system and how the way you play the game and the decisions you make in the game begin to have an impact on how it goes. So we're starting out by talking to Jake here, and Jake has assigned us a quest already. Last video, we looked for some running shoes for Jake. In this video, instead, he wants us to safeguard some gold for him. He's apparently matured a little bit, unlike his mother here, who remains a vindictive woman. And he wants us to pick up some gold for him that he's been saving so that the bad guys can't get it. And we've agreed to help him, especially after we treated him so badly last game. And in order to get up there, though, his mother has apparently forced us to bribe her to open that gate. And she continues to rub it in her face here. We're going to give her her small victories, let her treasure them, because it's not going to last. So she's opened the gate for us. We're going to go on up here. And we're going to enter a new world theme, the Snow World. It pays homage to the original Lode Runner by introducing this red brick. I really like the way it looks. When I develop a game, I usually start out by mapping out all the features I want to incorporate into the game, all the gameplay elements. I usually do that before I commit to creating the various graphics of the game. In this case, though, when I created the bridge graphic, this little skinny bridge, it wasn't until after I created the graphic that I developed another gameplay idea that I think adds an interesting twist to the way the game works. You can see the bridge is almost small enough that you could crawl under it, but not quite. You just can't quite fit. But when I looked at the bridge visually, I realized it might be interesting if you could, although not walk under it, still dig under it, like that. It's a way of adding just a little bit of a change-up to the game. Something that remains very true to the original Lode Runner, which is what I obviously want, but at the same time, just gives it a little bit of a change of pace to make it a little different, something you haven't necessarily seen before. So we're going to start now. We're going to continue by talking to Ramrod here. Ramrod is a merchant, or a vendor, if you will. You can see when you talk to a merchant, the appearance of the dialogue panel changes. It aligns over to the right edge of the screen to give you some visual reinforcement or feedback, letting you know that you're dealing with a merchant here, as opposed to an ordinary NPC who just says things. So you'll know you can buy things from a merchant. But when you talk to this guy, you can see his prices are pretty high. We don't even have enough gold to buy a single bomb. He's fleecing us left and right. So we're going to call him on it. We're going to say, You know, you're charging a little bit too much here. Maybe there's something we can work out a deal. And he seems amenable to that. He's going to offer us a deal here where if we go down and take care of Megan, who's running this gate, he thinks that'll pick up business and he'll cut us some good deals maybe if we agree to his terms. So I'm going to say sure. You know, we'll play it his way for now. He's going to give us a free bomb, which is a great start to any relationship, I think. And he's going to promise us some unique items once we've taken care of business. So let's go on down. Let's go into Jake's house here. You'll remember Jake. Jake gave us this quest here. We look at our active quests. Jake has been saving up his gold from some new running shoes, but he forgot to lock it all up in his vault. He has some of it in his vault that he doesn't want you to touch, but the rest of it he needs us to pick up and return to him. So let's go ahead and pick up a little bit of it for him. You'll see at the bottom here we have a counter letting us know it is, again, another piece of visual feedback so that you know, hey, I'm in Jake's house here and there's this gold he wants us to pick up. And you'll see how much is left, how much you've got. So we've gotten some of Jake's gold here. Let's grab a couple others, I suppose. Now let's save the game real quick, because we're going to come back to this in a moment. We'll call it getting Jake's gold. That seems appropriate. So now we save the game. So let's go back, and Ramrod did request that we take care of Megan for him, and we told him we'd think about it. What I'm really going for in this game, as I've mentioned previously, is flexibility. I really am trying to model the story elements of the game somewhat after the original Deus Ex game. That will not surprise some people watching this. If you haven't played the original Deus Ex, it was the gameplay in Deus Ex centered fairly heavily on player freedom and the ability for the player to make decisions that had a future impact on the game. So in this case, an example of that freedom is after Ramrod has asked you to destroy Megan for him, instead of just destroying Megan and having done with it, that would be a somewhat linear quest. This quest will give you options such as trying to work a better deal out of it. Megan, you know, you tell Megan that there's this guy who wants to have her killed, and she says, well, you know, maybe we can work out a better deal here. And so we're going to listen to her. We're going to hear her out. And here she is. She's offering us a couple of free bombs up front. She's going to give her some money back that we paid her already. You know, we're going to say, sure, sounds good. So she gives us a couple bombs. We got her new quest. But unfortunately for Megan, we've established that I'm a liar. I lie. And I'm going to blow her up anyway. And Ramrod's going to be thrilled. And I'm pretty happy too, because I got a couple of free bombs out of her before. Yeah. So we're going to go on back up to Ramrod and give him the good news. The good news that we destroyed Megan for him, and the gate will no longer be a problem. And as we complete the quest, we're going to gain some experience, which will almost level us up. Alright, Ramrod is thrilled. He can't believe we even went the extra mile of tricking her into thinking we were going to help her. And he's going to offer us a reward. We could pick from a number of things here, but we're just going to keep it simple for now and take a bunch of gold, because we could use it. So we completed that quest, and you can see we gained a lot of experience out of it, but not quite enough to level up. Another way to gain experience, and thereby level up, is to collect all of the gold in any one given map. And as we collect this last gold here, you see we've leveled up to level 2, and we've actually picked up a couple of modifiers. The modifiers are things like if you complete a level without killing any bad guys, or if you complete a level without using a bomb, you'll get additional experience just as an additional reward for the extra challenge you took to complete the level in an advanced way. So now we've leveled up, we've unlocked some skill trees. The way the skill trees work is, here we have a skill tree for Bombardier that offers us a remote bomb or a mega bomb. We're only going to be able to choose one of the two. So on one hand, we could select the remote bomb. You can see in the preview below exactly how it works. You set down the bomb and you blow it up whenever you want. When a bad guy's next to it is a good time to do it. On the other hand, we could go with the mega bomb, which is simply a mega bomb. For the purpose of the demo here, we're going to go with the remote bomb. And once you commit to one or the other, though, it's going to warn you the other one is disabled. You can only pick one. It'll lay out the roadmap of the skill. When you upgrade the remote bomb further, this is what's going to happen, and it's going to ask you for final confirmation. So we're good with that. And it's automatically equipped the remote bomb to our first skill key. So you can see in the upper right corner we've gained the remote bomb. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go back into Jake's house and we're going to grab the rest of the gold. And I'm not sure why he appeared there, but let's forget that for now. So we're going to go in here and let's grab the rest of the gold. Alright, let's change it up for just a minute. Instead of grabbing the gold, what we're going to do is we're going to lie. We told him we weren't going to go into his vault, but we are. So we've made it in here, and we've stolen some of his vault gold. But we're pretty sure he's not going to notice, because he's not here even. He can't see us down there. But as it turns out, I guess he has cameras in there or something, because he found out, and now he's mad, and he's locked us in his house, and now he has unleashed a wave of enemies upon us. So we're gonna start out by taking out the enemies the old-fashioned way, just digging holes for them. And actually, this will be a really fun way to get a guy. We're going to bring him up here, and we're going to drop him down, and... oh, he's coming back! Oh, jeez. Alright. And as we complete this wave, Jake is not going to be very happy. That he's not impressed. And he's really going to turn up the heat. So, with this extra number of bad guys, it's a good time for a remote. Oh shoot! So you can see I'm in big trouble, and you can also see that I haven't made it so the bad guys kill you yet. So as a grand finale, we're going to activate the remote bomb. We're trapped, and here we go. Now we'll go back to the last checkpoint we had before we came into Jake's house and stole his gold. So when you reach that position there, where you broke into his house, you tried to steal his gold, it didn't work, his bad guys got you. It'll offer to let you start at the last checkpoint, or the last town you're in, and then you might decide maybe stealing Jake's gold wasn't such a good idea. Or maybe you'll try it again, and be a little more careful about how you do things. That wraps up the things I was looking to go over. No, wait. I almost forgot. I almost forgot to blow Jake up. I can't believe. Alright. The last thing I'm going to look at in this video is a new element of the puzzle rooms I hadn't gone over yet. Moving platforms. I haven't shown these yet. Now you can see here we can't get over. The monkey bar is out of order. There's no way past. So we're going to lower this platform here in an attempt to make it through. But now it's in the way. This is no improvement. It might be even worse. So let's move it out of the way. When you move the platforms around, they're going to obey the current shape of the level, what you've dug. So if we dig the tile there, now as we move the platform down, there's suddenly room for it to go down a little further, just enough, so that we can now safely make our way across. It's a bridge, a movable bridge. You can probably imagine the new puzzle opportunities these platforms will unlock as you move from puzzle to puzzle. And you'll start out with simple one platform puzzles, and eventually you'll have multiple platforms in any given puzzle that you have to move one here, another there. They may even interact with one another. You know, unlocking a lot of new advanced puzzles. And it'll be a good way to separate the puzzle levels from the ordinary levels. I won't be adding a lot of moving platforms to the ordinary levels in the overworld, because you got to deal with the bad guys in those levels. But the puzzle levels won't have bad guys more often than not. It'll be a great time to incorporate more, you know, cerebral, thought-provoking puzzles, where you have time to sit back and analyze the situation and think things through. Now, having covered that, at this point I have gone over everything I wanted to go over. We looked at some more of the quest elements and further ways in which the way you play the game can impact the overall progression of the storyline. We looked at the experience system and how leveling up can unlock new skills, and how you'll select one skill or the other and commit to it for the entire game. And we just looked at some of the more advanced puzzle room aspects with the moving platforms and such. So let's go on back to where we were before we spoil the entire puzzle. Now the next video we'll probably start to look at a couple of the other skills, and there are a couple other new special levels that I haven't displayed yet, similar to the puzzle levels but slightly different. And that covers just about everything. So I'd like to thank you for watching the video, And we're going to stop here. And if you have any comments or feedback, any questions or suggestions, I'd be perfectly happy to listen to them. Just leave a message, send me a message, leave a reply, whatever's easiest. Thank you for watching my video. See you next time.